Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Gaming Night. Tonight I'm going to be talking about and reviewing dropmix, the hybrid board game toy put out by Hasbro, and harmonix did the game, and this is the device for it. You're going to have to download an app to use this, and of course it takes 4 AA batteries, and it's a pretty hefty tool, and there's different modes of play. So when you download it, there's different modes of play you can play. There's two that are actually games you play, and the third one is just you put cards on here and you make your own mix. So I'm going to talk about the other modes, and I'll first talk about the Clash mode, which is the first mode that's on the menu. Clash mode is the mode I like the most, especially when you get more sets and stuff with the cards, because you can start making your own decks. And at the end of this video, I'll talk about how you build decks per se, and because when I play, I like to balance the decks, and I'll show you how that all works in a little bit. But anyways, Clash mode, you're gonna take your deck of 30 cards, 30 cards, and you're gonna go do battle with your opponent's 30 cards. The main game will come with 2 decks of 30, and you can intermix them if you want. They have symbols on the corner, so you'll know which sets they came from. And what you're going to do is you're going to play cards by looking at the color of the card and the power of the card. So if your opponent plays this yellow level 1 card, you have to you can play, if in order for you to play a card on, like, that card has to be the same color and the same level or higher. But if your opponent played like I said, like a level 2 yellow, you'd have to play a level 3 or 2, and so forth. So you're basically trying to score points, and the app will show certain areas that are glowing that if you play a card on, you're going to get additional points. What you're trying to do is get a complete control the board by having a full array of, so you're having the vocals, the drums, the guitars, drums, all 5 of the colors filled up. So you got 1 green, 1 blue, 1 red or blue, and then a red, and then a yellow or a red. If you got all those, and your opponent doesn't cover them up, you get the point. So basically, you want to cover your opponents up, so yours are facing up, so you can try to control the board to get the full complete set. In addition to just doing that, there are FX cards that will do different things. Like, for example, this one right here, when you play it, it allows you to play a free guitar symbol card in there, so that's where the strategy of the game will come in. And then this one for here, example, if I get +1 point for every guitar card I have in play that's not covered up by my opponent's card. This one here allows me to get 2 points for every pair of vocals and percussions that I have. And then this one eliminates all the red cards, and your opponent loses, I believe, points for every red card that is destroyed of theirs. So that's a good one. So if they've got a lot of red cards showing on the board, you can play that one. And besides those cards, there's also the wild cards. And the wild cards, as far as I've seen, I only seen them as level 2 right now. I haven't seen them as level 1s, but I'm sure they exist maybe in level 3s. But like this one's Super Freak. It's got the vocals, keyboards, percussion, and the guitar. So I could play this in any one of the slots. It works in all slots of the game. So that's the good thing about the wild cards. So there's that mode. Then there's the party mode. If you're playing solo, you're going to take your full 30 cards. Or if you're playing in groups. In fact, if you're playing in groups with more than, and you got where you're having multiple decks, because I think in 2 players you're going to play, each you're going to have a 30 deck. So I would strongly urge you guys to get different colored sleeves. Otherwise, you're going to, especially if you guys aren't using just the main sets here and you built your own custom decks, then if you don't remember all the cards you have, you're going to likely, your opponent's going to get your cards and you're going to get theirs back in party mode. So it gets really chaotic when you have 4 people. You have, each of you are going to have 15 cards, and especially if you bring your own from your own sets and your friends have you come over and you guys do, and keep track of your cards and get really chaotic. So because the game will tell you play a green level 2, and as a group you're trying to play them really fast to earn points while following the rules of the game, which is you have to play a card of equal to or greater value. So you can't, like I said, and if you break the rules, you lose points, and you're basically playing cards as fast as you can to rack up as many points as you can. So that's the party mode. It's pretty chaotic. Like I said, it's a fun, tense game if you want to have you'll be as you're throwing cards on, you'll be creating mixes on the fly. There's not much strategy to that one. The clash mode is a little bit more strategy involved. But all in all, there's a lot of replayability. They're releasing multiple packs out there, so you got different genres that are coming out. There's rock, there's alternative, country packs coming out soon. I think they got electro, rock, derby, which is the hip hop one. There's a couple hip hop. There's one rock one. And then there's a discovery pack, a whole bunch of ranges, all kinds of different music. So, but they're not in random packs. So when you buy a set, it's also the ones you're gonna get. You're not gonna get some random 5 cards. So I'm kind of glad they're doing that. So now I'm gonna talk about how you build your deck, your own custom deck, and how the game. So obviously you're gonna want to have a balanced deck when you're playing against opponents. So otherwise, if you have more points than your opponent, then it's an unfair advantage. But you can, and the rules, you can have up to 2 of the same card if you want. I like having different cards, but you might want to have duplicates of special effect cards if you do decide to buy multiple packs of the card. Which I'm not planning on doing that. So having one of each card is fine. So you can go up to 80 points. Right now, me and my fiance decks are 70 points, and you read each of these as 1 point on your deck, level point. So this is a level. So this is worth 1 point. This one's worth 2 points, and it gets a little bit different when you get to the wild and the FX cards, because both of these cards are worth 4 points each. So even though it doesn't matter what level they are, they're worth 4 points because they're unique cards or special cards. And so where the game comes in is the FX cards are where you want to get your deck up. So for my deck, I centered around the guitar to get points, and percussion. So that's why I have the percussion ones in there. I had one ready to lose points. This probably isn't going to be the finalized one yet. Me and my fiance are going to do a draft. We got some new cards, but that's why I put this one in, because I get 2 points plus for every rhythm and vocal. So you're at least going to get 2 points, which is pretty good. And then I'll show you my fiance's deck. So hers is a little different than mine. She's got the Embrace, which makes your opponent lose 2 points. Flame Out, which gives her plus 1 point for every blue card that she plays. She's got the Triumphant one, which is for every red and blue pair she has. So she can literally get 4 points. Up to, just from this one card by getting, because there's a few spots where you can get those pairs. Actually, she can get up to 6 points. Truthfully, you can get up to 6 with it. Yeah, you could. If you play this card right, you can get 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 6 points. Possibly. Actually, no. 4. Sorry, 4. Which is still pretty good. And then this one, this removes your opponent's blue cards from play, and they lose points for that. So, yeah, that's her cards. So, yeah, we're building your cards. We got some new cards and stuff in here, so. But yeah, it's pretty much how you do the deck building. So just gotta keep in mind that the wilds are and the whites are worth 4 points, and that's all you have to do for building a deck and kind of figure out what your strategy you're going to go for, and basically get cards that you're going to let you get combos. So, I mean, that's what we did, and then of course you try to get color of the level cards of the ones you want to get. So, like for me, if I wanted to change this up, all I had to do is take out the level cards and replace them with equal level cards, and of the new music stuff. So that's why I've been trying to keep it around there. You can go up to 80, but we need 70 just because it seems like 70 for us is a sweet spot. We're able to have like a decent amount of low level cards, a decent amount of middle level cards, and a decent amount of high level cards. Because if you just got a lot of the level 3s, there's a chance when your opponent plays drop mix cards, they're going to get wiped off the board. So you kind of don't want to have too many of the really high level cards, and you want to get some low levels so you can kind of do combos. Because if you can't play a card over one of those cards, you're stuck not being able to do anything, and then you gotta hope you waste a turn by clearing the board of your opponent's stuff to prevent them from getting a full mix, but at the same time you're losing opportunities to getting points. So you kind of have to balance your deck as good as you can. So I think that's a pretty neat little strategy game. And on top of that, you're going to create some really interesting off-the-wall music mixes that just make the game go to a pretty good game to a really, really awesome game, because it's more of an experience. Because like as you're playing, you're hearing your music as it gets remixed. As you're playing cards, the mix completely changes, and it's entertaining. So even if you don't win, you're like, man, I like that mix, and you save it and you can share it on all over the place and have a lot of fun with it. So I mean, we've had a lot of fun with this. We play this every few nights. We both like the clash mode, so we have a lot of fun with it. So I can definitely recommend it. I would definitely check around. Like I think because I said there's different prices for it. I paid $55 and I got like extra packs with it because there's a bundle deal. So you want to probably look for a bundle deal or something where you get a whole bunch of stuff instead of just paying one big price and getting a little bit of stuff. So, but it's a really nice game, really nice system. It's expandable as much as you want it to be. You don't have to go out and get every card if you don't want to. Just get the ones you want. There's people have created lists for what's on each of the discovery decks and what's in each of the playlist packs. So there's tons of things out there, so you can say, well, I don't want to buy this pack because I don't like the music in there. You can find out which ones you like and just selectively pick the ones you want. And you can see what's in them, so it's not blind. Everything is pre-set, so you don't feel like you're wasting money like buying a pack. Oh, I got the same cards I got last time I bought a pack. Now I got too many duplicates. There's no way you get duplicates unless you want to get duplicates. So it's a very well designed with that aspect. You don't have to buy what you don't want, and there's always some random cards you get in each playlist set. You get one weird card and stuff. So yeah, eventually we're gonna I'm gonna go through all my cards that we got, because I think we have all the sets except for the country packet, which ain't out yet, and whatever else isn't out. But we got the ones that at least the ones that we wanted anyways, which is quite a bit. So anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.